Nelly Korda, once at the peak of her game, now faces a devastating challenge that threatens to bring her career to a halt. After years of dedication and success, her golfing career could collapse due to unexpected health issues and mounting injuries. How did one of the brightest stars in the sport reach this critical point? This is the story of how Nelly Korda's career is now on the brink of collapse. In the world of professional sports, few names have risen as quickly and brightly as Nelly Korda's. From an early age, she showed promise not just as an athlete, but as a competitor destined for greatness. Nelly's career seemed like it was written in the stars, but the journey to the top has been anything but smooth. Now, facing a series of setbacks, her future in golf looks more uncertain than ever. Born into a family of champions. Nelly's story begins in Bradenton, Florida, where she was born into a family that was no stranger to elite-level sports. Her father, Peter Korda, is a name well known in tennis. He famously won the 1998 Australian Open, carving out his place in the sport's history. Her mother, Regina, was also a professional tennis player, proving that talent and athleticism run deep in the Korda family. But the sporting prowess doesn't end there. Nelly's younger brother, Sebastian, followed in their father's footsteps and became a rising star in tennis, winning the 2018 Australian Open boys title. One might assume that Nelly was destined for a career in tennis, given the family's legacy. But from a young age, she felt a different calling. Golf became her passion. By the age of 5, she was already out on the course, swinging a golf club while other kids her age were still figuring out which sport to pursue. While the world was introduced to Nelly Korda on the international golf stage, her journey toward excellence began much earlier, in the supportive and competitive atmosphere of the Korda household. Growing up, Nelly wasn't just surrounded by family members who had achieved greatness. She was constantly motivated to push her limits and strive for her own success. The Korda family had the perfect environment for nurturing athletic potential. Conversations around the dinner table often revolved around match points, championship titles, and victories. These discussions were a normal part of life for Nelly, who thrived in this high-energy, success-oriented atmosphere. Early signs of greatness. As Nelly matured, it became clear that her talent for golf was undeniable. By the time she was a teenager, she knew she wanted to pursue golf professionally. She made a bold decision that would set her on a different path than most of her peers. She chose to skip college and fully commit to golf, focusing all her energy on the sport she loved. Nelly's family was not only supportive of her decision, but also made sure she had access to the best training facilities and coaching available. Growing up in Florida, a state known for its golfing culture and world-class training centers, gave Nelly an edge. She enrolled at the prestigious IMG Academy, a school that has produced countless elite athletes. For a young golfer with dreams of greatness, this was the perfect environment. At IMG Academy, Nelly trained alongside some of the best up-and-coming athletes in the world, receiving specialized coaching and honing her technical skills. But the academy's focus wasn't just on physical training. It also emphasized mental toughness, something that is crucial for success in golf. Nelly learned how to stay calm under pressure, manage her emotions, and perform at her best even when the stakes were high. Her time at IMG Academy was crucial in preparing her for the challenges that awaited her on the professional circuit. But the real tests came during her amateur career, where Nelly faced real competition that pushed her to develop the skills and mindset needed to succeed in the world of professional golf. Rising through the amateur ranks. Nelly's amateur career was marked by early signs of greatness. At the age of 14, she qualified for the U.S. Women's Open, an impressive achievement that showed she was playing well beyond her years. That same year, she competed in the U.S. Junior Solheim Cup, further proving that she had the talent and drive to compete on the international stage. Her ability to remain composed under pressure and perform in high-stakes tournaments set her apart from her peers. As she continued to compete, Nelly's list of amateur accolades grew. In 2015, she won the Harder Hall Invitational and the Ping Invitational, two of the most prestigious junior tournaments in the country. These victories were stepping stones that solidified her reputation as one of the top young golfers in the nation. More importantly, they gave her a taste of what it meant to be a champion, and she thrived on the intensity of competition. Turning pro, a bold move. In 2016, Nelly made the decision to turn professional at just 17 years old, skipping college and diving headfirst into the world of professional golf. While many of her peers were just beginning to figure out their future paths, Nelly was already fully committed to her career. This bold move was a testament to her confidence and readiness to take on the challenges of the professional circuit. Her first big test came on the LPGA Futures Tour, now known as the Epson Tour. Nelly needed to secure a top 10 finish on the money list to qualify for the LPGA Tour, and the pressure was immense. Every shot mattered, and her nerves were undoubtedly tested. But Nelly rose to the occasion, finishing in 9th place and earning her spot on the LPGA Tour before her 18th birthday. It was a pivotal moment in her career, marking the start of her journey on the global stage. Breaking through on the LPGA Tour. Nelly wasted no time making her mark on the LPGA Tour. In 2018, she won her first LPGA title at the Swinging Skirts Taiwan Championship, a victory that announced her arrival as a serious contender in the world of professional golf. By the end of 2019, Nelly had firmly established herself as one of the most consistent players on the tour. Her ability to perform under pressure and her unwavering focus made her a formidable opponent. The Golden Year, 2021. However, it was in 2021 that Nelly Korda truly cemented her place among golf's elite. Her golden year began with a victory at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, where she won her first major title. This win was significant not only for Nelly, but for American golf as a whole, as she became the first American to hold a major title in 3 years. Her performance in the tournament was nothing short of spectacular. Her calm demeanor, smooth swing, and precise shots made it look effortless, even though the pressure was immense. But Nelly's dominance didn't stop there. Later that year, she added another significant achievement to her resume, an Olympic gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics. Winning on the Olympic stage is a rare feat, and it solidified Nelly's status as one of the best golfers in the world. Her success in both major tournaments and international competitions proved that she could perform at the highest levels, no matter the stakes. As 2021 came to a close, Nelly reached the #1 spot in the world rankings, a position she had earned through sheer hard work, dedication, and talent. It seemed like nothing could stop her. The collapse begins, a shocking diagnosis. Just as Nelly appeared to be on an unstoppable trajectory, disaster struck. In March 2022, Nelly announced that she had been diagnosed with a life-threatening blood clot in her left arm. The news sent shockwaves through the golf world and raised immediate concerns about her future in the sport. Blood clots are a serious medical condition, and the risk to Nelly's health was significant. Nelly underwent surgery to remove the clot, and while the operation was successful, the road to recovery was long and uncertain. The physical toll of the surgery, combined with the emotional weight of the diagnosis, left Nelly in a vulnerable position. Her fans watched anxiously as she began her recovery, unsure of when, or if, she would be able to return to the course. During this time, Nelly remained optimistic and shared updates with her fans on social media. Her resilience and positive attitude were evident, but there was no denying that this was a major setback in her career. For the first time, her future in golf was in jeopardy. A triumphant return, but at a cost. After months of rehabilitation, Nelly made her return to the LPGA Tour in late 2022. Her comeback was nothing short of remarkable. She won the Pelican LPGA Championship, reclaiming her position as the #1 player in the world. The victory was an emotional one, as Nelly had fought hard to get back to the top after such a devastating health scare. But despite the triumph, it was clear that Nelly's journey had taken a toll on her. The physical and emotional strain of dealing with a life-threatening condition had changed her. While she had proven her resilience by returning to the top of the rankings, her body was no longer the invincible asset it had once been. 2023, a year of setbacks. As 2023 began, Nelly faced a new set of challenges. Persistent back pain, a common injury for golfers, began to plague her, forcing her to withdraw from several key tournaments. The timing couldn't have been worse. Nelly had just regained her momentum, but her body was now struggling to keep up with the demands of the sport. The back injury was compounded by other misfortunes. In a bizarre incident, Nelly was forced to withdraw from a European Tour event after being bitten by a dog. While the injury wasn't severe, it was yet another setback in a year that was quickly becoming a nightmare. Nelly's performances on the course began to suffer. Missed cuts and subpar results became more frequent, and for the first time in her career, Nelly found herself struggling to maintain the consistency that had once been her hallmark. Her ranking began to slip, and the pressure mounted as she tried to balance recovery with competition. The uncertain future. Now, as Nelly Korda's future in golf hangs in the balance, the question on everyone's mind is, can she recover and return to her former glory, or has the sport taken too much from her? For an athlete who once seemed invincible, the toll of injuries and health issues has become an unwelcome shadow over her career. While her determination and fighting spirit remain as strong as ever, Nelly's body has been tested in ways no one could have predicted. The physical toll of the blood clot, combined with the ongoing back injury, has raised concerns about whether her body can withstand the demands of professional golf in the long term. Nelly's fans, teammates, and fellow competitors continue to root for her, hoping that she can rise above these challenges and reclaim her place at the top. But the road ahead is uncertain, and the possibility of her career collapsing under the weight of these setbacks is very real. Only time will tell whether Nelly Korda will emerge from this period of adversity stronger than ever, or if the game she loves will prove to be her greatest challenge yet. One thing is certain: if there's anyone who can overcome the odds, it's Nelly. But for now, the future remains unknown.